Do you remember this horror game that no longer exists? Let's talk about a terrifying horror experience that was taken off the web. Hotel 626. More obscure horror games right here. This game is an example of lost media and the images are a little blurry, so bear with me. Hotel 626 is a horror game that was actually made by Doritos for a marketing campaign. You go through a series of disturbing events that take place inside of a hotel while you try to escape. But the name of the game actually means more than you might think. The 626 in the game's title stands for the fact that this game was only playable between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. every day. Meaning, you had to play this game at night. There was no other choice. Now, I did some research and there really is no way to play this game today. Luckily though, footage does still exist on YouTube, so at least we have that. Hotel 626 actually made enough of an impact that it received a sequel called Asylum 626, but we'll talk about that later.
Ya, putang ina yan. Uy, alive, 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 alive. Jesus is alive, Jesus is alive. Sing hallelujah, putang ina ya, motor ka. Uy. Uy. Alive, 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 alive. Jesus is alive. Jesus is alive. Gagi, di pa mandar. Uy. Alive, alive. Uy, mandar ka. Uy. Gago. Ang gago.
Well, I was trying to vacuum, and I just found tiny little balls of mercury in my carpet for no apparent reason. And this is the reason that I don't ever vacuum.
Olha como...
You've got a tongue twister.
What's a tongue twitter?
Uh-oh, you must read it very slowly, because if the tongue twister twists your tongue, you die.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
You passed.
Hey, I got a tongue twister too. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickles Piper. I don't think Timmy passed.
Bye, Mom, I'm leaving.
Sissy, what's a tongue twister?
Emily, you need to say it very slowly, because if the tongue twister twists your tongue, you die.
I'm scared. Susie sells shoes in a shoe shine shop.
You passed.
You've got a tongue twister.
Como que escucha algo. Está revisando. Sigo, acerque, mire. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Man, where's the bathrooms? Oh, right here. Finally. Hell no.
Watching what's supposed to be the deadliest movie ever. It's said that
Hi. So the movie she's talking about is called Antrum, and no, nobody died during the production of the movie. It's just one of those things that they put in the movie to make it seem scarier and more realistic, but here are some movies that people actually died from, so yeah. 1973's The Exorcist. I consider this to be the greatest horror movie ever made, but we're not talking about that right now. But did you know that the entire set of Regan's house caught fire? And you know the only room that didn't catch fire and the flames pretty much didn't touch at all? Regan's room. Yeah, the room where they were performing the exorcisms. Also the fact that every single main character in this film had a family member that passed away during its production. Also, if you remember in the film where Regan uses her superhuman strength to like snap the neck of one of the fathers and throw him out the window, that dude who played the father died a couple months after the film released. So, pretty well known that death has followed the film of The Exorcist and everyone that was associated with this movie. It's not a big secret. So I wanted to show you guys another movie where literally the director straight up killed people. And it's kind of nuts. 1923's Noah's Ark. If you're not familiar with the story of Noah's Ark, just go read about it. It's a very interesting story. I don't care if you believe in the Bible or not. It's a great story. The director wanted his depiction of Noah's Ark to be as realistic as possible. So the director hired hundreds of extras to depict the wicked people of the world being wiped from the face of the planet. These extras had no idea what was about to happen because I assume the director just straight up didn't tell them. But while they were all gathered and ready to film, the director started filming and then pumped 600,000 gallons of water onto the set. Obviously, mass panic ensued. Everyone started running to try and get away from the water. 3 people passed away from drowning. 1 person had their leg broken so badly that it needed to be amputated, and dozens more had various injuries like broken bones, internal bleeding, hypothermia. All of this death and panic and injury, all because the director wanted an authentic panic shot. Yes, it was in the movie. This whole scene is in the movie. The actual panic is in the fucking movie. Also, fun fact, one of the extras who survived was John Wayne. Yeah, so that's information you can never unknow now. In summary, Antrum never really killed anybody. It's just there to pull in those adrenaline junkies like, yeah, you'll die if you watch this movie. You really won't, but you will never know that. Also to cover up for the fact that that movie is dog shit. But anyway, there are actually movies where people have died in, and yeah, those are some of the movies. Also, for the Noah's Ark movie, the entire scene is on YouTube right now. It's not bad. It doesn't show any death at all, but you can see the panic in their eyes, and it's quite disturbing.
Somebody, please! My leg! Please help me! Oh, sorry, I let myself in through the garage. Your front door was locked. Wendy's 444 for Jeremy.
This video is one reason why you need to make sure you are so hyper-vigilant. This woman and her son were just trying to get inside the house, and look what her Ring camera caught.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Daniel? Who's that? Who is is that? Get out of here! Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Ugh.
In Royale High School there is a pair of twins. There is something off about them. Anywhere where one goes the other one goes. But that's not the only weird thing about these twins.
Hey Ava, want to go to class together? Sure.
Aida, the other twin, didn't speak to anyone at all, not even Ava.
Hey Ava, wanna sit together at lunch? Yes, of course.
Ava and her friend talked throughout the whole lunchtime, but Aida gets called to the principal's office. Like usual, she got up without saying a word to anyone. Ava gets some books from her locker to go to English, but realizes she's late. She rushes up the stairs to get to class. Luckily, her class wasn't doing anything important. Ava went to her locker to get some homework she forgot to do, and her friend walks up to her. Ava, what happened to your twin? I haven't seen her in hours.
What twin?
Drugs, alcohol, rave, harder.